Good afternoon. Welcome to this 2 p.m. hearing of the House Committee on Judiciary and Hawaiian Affairs. I'm Vice Chair Greg Chakayama. I'm happy to chair this resolution hearing on behalf of Chair Tarnas. Also present to my right is Representative Kanani Souza. So thank you all. Thank you for being here. We have two resolutions on the agenda, beginning with Senate Concurrent Resolution 104, urging Hawaii's congressional delegation to reintroduce and support the passage of the Hawaiian Homelands Preservation Act to lower the required minimum blood quantum for certain Department of Hawaiian Homelands successor lessee beneficiaries from 1/4 Native Hawaiian blood to 1/32. So at this time, I'd like to take testimony from, and I see sitting in the audience, former Congressman Kaihele. Would you like to step forward and testify on this measure?
You bet. Well, thank you so much, Chair Takayama, Chair Tarnas. Great to see Representative Souza, my good friend Representative Holt. Just want to thank the chairs for scheduling this concurrent resolution in front of the House that has now passed the Senate, and I hope that it will be adopted in this legislative session. Mr. Chair, this resolution was essentially born out of an official opinion by the Biden administration that the congressional delegation in the House received late last year in regards to an official opinion that the Department of Interior, through its Solicitor General, issued on Act 80, which was a piece of state legislation passed in 2017, signed into law by Governor Ige, that would lower the blood quantum for successor beneficiaries from 25% to 1/32. That piece of legislation sat at the federal level from late 2017 all the way until essentially the end of 2022, when the department finally provided a opinion on Act 80. Realizing the department's concerns and what they cited as an inequity in the administration of the act, should Act 80 be adopted, between those that have received the lease versus those that are currently on the application wait list. This piece of legislation was drafted rather quickly. The Hawaiian Homelands Preservation Act, working together with the congressional CRS staff, and was introduced at the end of the 117th Congress. And so that bill, the Hawaiian Homelands Preservation Act, like bills here, ceased to exist at the end of the 117th Congress. And so what this resolution does is it asks and requests of the current congressional delegation to reintroduce the Hawaiian Homelands Preservation Act and address the blood quantum issue that this legislature and this state has dealt with probably ever since the Hawaiian Home Commission Act was adopted over 100 years ago. We've subsequently lowered it at least 3 times, starting in 1985. And this is another attempt to not just address those that have received the lease and are unable to pass that lease to a qualified beneficiary of less than 25% blood quantum, but it also addresses the 29,000 currently on the list that have no option except to die on the list, and that position on the list dies with them unless they can pass it to a qualified beneficiary of 50% blood quantum or greater. And that is a problem that we have today. That's what this resolution attempts to address. And happy to take any questions.
Thank you.
If you
Congressman, we have a couple other testifiers if you can hang around. And let's see, we have testimony from Robert Anderson, the U.S. Department of the Interior Solicitor, offering comments in support. Well, offering comments. Department of Hawaiian Homelands.
Aloha, Chair, Vice Chair, members of the committee. Katie Ducat on behalf of the Department of Hawaiian Homelands, and we are in support of this Senate concurrent resolution for the reasons expressed by Congressman Kai Kahele. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have the Office of Hawaiian Affairs in support. Democratic Party of Hawaii in support. Let's see, we have written comments from the Waimea Hawaiian Civic Club, Kupuna for the Mo'opuna, ILWU Local 142, Kailapa Community Association, and 19 individual persons offering support and 2 opposed. At this point, is there anyone in the audience or on Zoom wishing to testify on SCR 104? Seeing none. Members, questions? Seeing none. Thank you, Congressman. Thank you.
I appreciate you being here, Congressman. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll move on. We have SCR 204, strongly urging the Supreme Court of the United States to adopt a formal ethics code for the justices. And let's see. We have testimony from B.A. McClintock and Linda Morgan, both in support. Anyone wishing to testify? Anyone else wishing to testify on SCR 204? Seeing none, members, we have no one to ask questions of. So let us recess for decision-making. Let's see. Reconvene for decision-making on 2 resolutions before us. First one is SCR 104 SD1 regarding Hawaiian Homelands Preservation Act. I'd like to recommend that we adopt the suggestions from the Department of Hawaiian Homelands, slightly modifying 2 whereas clauses, the 2nd and the 5th. And other than that, move on this resolution for further consideration.
Chair and Vice Chair vote aye. Representative Ganadin.
Aye.
Representative Holt.
Aye.
Representative Hashimoto is excused. Representative Ichiyama is excused. Representative Iligan is excused. Representative Kong.
Aye.
Representative Mizuno.
Aye.
Representative Souza.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Your recommendation is adopted.
Thank you. SCR 204, urging the Supreme Court of the United States to adopt a formal ethics code. I'd like to recommend we move this forward as is. Any comments, questions, or concerns? Seeing none, Chair for the vote.
Thank you. Vice Chair recommendation on SCR 204 is to pass unamended. Chair and Vice Chair vote aye. Representative Ganadin.
Aye.
Representative Holt.
Aye.
Representative Hashimoto, Ichiyama, and Iligan are excused. Representative Kong.
Aye.
Representative Mizuno.
Aye.
Representative Souza.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Your recommendation is adopted.
Thank you, members. We're adjourned.